What's going on, everyone? So LeBron James did his successful stint in the G League. Didn't get to play any games, although, man, I would have paid for that. I would have loved to see it. I mean, even Austin Reeves was like, dude, go play a couple games, right? Like, would have been fun. Would have been entertaining. You saw the G League coach, gas up LeBron and all that stuff. And, it was cool. I've talked about, I don't know why more players and organizations don't utilize the G League more. Like, even games, you're seeing it become more like Steph has done it, like Rondo did it a couple years ago. Like, you've seen more and more guys kind of embrace that and be willing to do that. And I'm hoping that, we see kind of that be a tool, right? Like, again, I would have loved to see LeBron play games outside of like just, LeBron being in the G League. Like, that would have been funny, but also it would have been good to get reps, like in-game reps in at a lower level, right? Because, I mean, G League pace and game and physicality and all that stuff is nowhere near what the NBA is, right? Like, but at least it's a step towards that. You're never going to be able to replicate actual NBA game scenarios and things like that, right? Like, again, you don't have the crowd factors, the physicality, as the refs whistle dry, is it a little more wet? Like, how does all these little nuances play into the game, right? And then the speed and the pace and everything like that, the athleticism, the overall talent, all of that. But again, it's like, those stepping stools, those stepping blocks, being able to play, a minute here, do that here, and then, move your way up. But nonetheless, we didn't get to see it. But I am hoping that at some point that actually becomes a thing where it's like, hey, you're going to go rehab with the G League team, kind of build up, play a couple games with the G League team. Like Vando did that. Vando actually played games, right? Like, so you get that and then jump into the main roster, practice with the main roster, then jump into actual NBA games. But LeBron is going to skip the G League games, did the practices, and then return to the team Monday for the practice before we start getting back into games. So LeBron James could return as soon as tomorrow's game, depending on what time you're watching that, today's game, and against the Utah Jazz, right? So I would love to have LeBron here. Now, I don't want to, at least again, at the time of recording this video, right? This is after LeBron practice, stuff like that. There's chirps and murmurs and stuff like that about that, but we don't actually have confirmation at this time that LeBron is going to play and return Tuesday. There was, I think it was Kobe Price. He's the one that said it a couple days ago. And a lot of people just kind of took that as LeBron is returning Tuesday. And he didn't say LeBron was returning Tuesday. What he said is you can point to it. I might be wrong about Kobe Price. It might have been Dave McMahon or somebody, but I made a video about it. I talked about it. But he said that every game, essentially going forward or beginning next week, you could point to and go, is that the game LeBron returns? He wasn't saying that like he's going to return. So he's saying like you could look at that Utah game on Tuesday and go, is that LeBron's debut? Right? Like you could do that for every game. You could do that for the next Utah game, so on and so forth. That LeBron is basically here. We are days away, not weeks, not months. We are days away from him making his NBA debut, his return to action, NBA debut this season, and completely changing things for Lakers. He had a good practice with the Lakers main roster, good successful G League practices. We got a lot of words that like, hey, he wasn't dealing with any like pain or any irritation or any numbing or anything like that. They're like, hey, he basically practiced, was good to go, felt great. Let's get back into it, right? And I'm excited for that, right? Because we are not better without LeBron James. We need LeBron James. I preached it the entire time he was out, even when people were telling me like, oh, we're better without LeBron, trade LeBron. No, we are not better without LeBron. We are a team that can make the playoffs. I talked about this in the offseason, right? When we got news that LeBron might miss time, I said, we're a team that's good enough to make the playoffs without LeBron James, right? But we're not a team that is a true contender without LeBron James. LeBron James could be the thing to put us over the top. Now, I still think that there are things that LeBron's not going to be able to mask entirely, right? Like some of the athleticism deficiencies, some of the perimeter defense efficiency, especially at the starting three, but he's going to help tremendously. You're talking about still a top 10 player in all of basketball for basing on last year, because we don't know what he's going to look like this year. Based on last season, he was still top 10 in basketball and was sixth in MVP voting. And yes, he finally didn't average 25, 8, and 8 for the first time ever. But guess what? He was 24 and a half, 8 and 8, right? Like he was like a half a point shy from averaging his average, right? Like, he's a guy that is game changing. Any team adds LeBron James, they're immediately better, right? And the beauty is LeBron James doesn't have to work as hard on this team. You could argue this is the best team LeBron's ever had just because they've won without him. I mean, even those Cavs teams, those Miami teams with Wade and Bosh, all of them, they couldn't win without him. Lakers are winning without LeBron. And if LeBron can come in, find his role, find his footing, find his place, and we'll touch on that here in a moment, we're in business, baby. Right? LeBron James and this Lakers team could be terrifying. LeBron is going to mask a lot for this team because he's athletic. He can play defense. We saw him when Anthony Davis went down and then ultimately was traded. We saw LeBron James be our defensive anchor. We saw the Lakers with Jackson Hayes as your starting center and LeBron James and not Marcus Smart in the depth that we have, Jake LaRavia, all those guys that have been playing excellent defense. We saw this team be the number one defense in basketball for a third of the season. It wasn't like 2 games, 3 games. No, it was literally a third of the season. So we know LeBron James can buy in and be that defensive anchor. Oh yeah, by the way, he's not going to have to work as hard on the offensive side of things, and he's not going to have to put the cape on as regularly. Right? There's going to be games, there's going to be moments, there's going to be stretches where, hey, Bron, look, dude, we just don't have it tonight. We need you. No problem. Put the cape on, check ball, and we're ready. We back in business, right? Like that absolutely is going to happen sometimes, but it's going to be so few and far between. I've said this, I don't know how many times at this point, but like, how many times did we see over the last few seasons LeBron James go put up like 30-point triple doubles just for us to lose? Not even win the games. I mean, just have a chance to win the games. Just like, please. And we lost. That'd have been a lot. Right? If LeBron has 30 in a game, we probably are blowing the teams out now because Luka's still going to go get his 30. Austin Reeves probably still having a good game. LeBron James on any given night can be the best player on the basketball court still. LeBron James on any given night can be the guy that take over and win a game. He just can't do it every single night. And he's going to have so much pressure taken off of him because Luka and Austin Reeves. That's why I believe he's going to take that step back. I've seen people be like, oh, well, he did it last year. He didn't do it last year. His usage rate dropped 1%, right? Literally 1%. So again, like that's not him taking a step back. And again, that's not my opinion. Don't take my word for it. Go look it up yourself. Luka Doncic became a Laker and LeBron James' usage dropped 1%. That's all it was. So LeBron needs to be more willing to buy in. I think he will be. I mean, he even talked about all offseason. All he did was work on his catch and shoot, 3-point shooting. He's still it's going to be up to JJ Redick and LeBron James to figure out ways for him to be effective without hindering Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic. Right? Those are two things that are going to be something to kind of keep your eye on. Right? You want Luka to continue to be Luka and be MVP level Luka. You want Austin Reeves to be Austin Reeves and be all-star level Austin Reeves while LeBron's coming in and adding to that. I think LeBron's going to have his most efficient season, or one of, at least, his most efficient seasons of his career. That doesn't mean most points, right? He might only average 22 or something like that, but I could see him on like 71% true shooting or something crazy like that, right? Where it's like, God, like this dude's ridiculous. I also think he's going to have the highest 3-point volume. Every year we've seen him increase his 3-point volume. I think it's going to be crazy this year. And, I think a lot of our 3-point percentage, right? Because Lakers are like second in 2-point percentage, but they're first, I think, in overall field goal percentage. They're second in overall 2-point percentage, but we're like third in, 21st in 3-point percentage, right? So I think a lot of our 3-point percentage is going to be predicated on how well LeBron shoots the 3 ball. All right, because I think he's going to be involved. I think he's probably going to get like 8 threes a game. So kind of see how that plays out, how that works with him. But look, I trust LeBron. Could there be a little bit of a learning curve? Sure. I'm not saying that there will be. I'm just saying like there could be. And then also you got to think LeBron hasn't played a game yet. And we saw even last year when he came back from injury, it took him about 5 games to really get back into being LeBron again, right? He hasn't played at all this season. So at least it might take him at least a handful, if not more games for him to really get back into the rhythm to where we're like, okay, there's LeBron James, right? There's that guy we know and love, right? But again, just his presence on the basketball court is going to be a huge difference because now teams are going to be, you can't take your eyes off of LeBron, right? Like you see, like teams will kind of just like leave Rui in the corner, even with him shooting the lights out. It's like, it's like we got to kind of pick our poison here, right? So got to leave somebody. Can't do that with LeBron, right? So now now it's Austin Reeves, which now he's going to torch, or you have Rui out there or Laravia or whomever. Like it puts teams in such a tough spot. Having LeBron out there, just him being a decoy alone is enough. Oh, and by the way, he can still jump out the gym. Is probably our most athletic player, and is be yamming on everybody from lobs from Luka. Right? Like it's just good luck, everybody else. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass a question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. So we enjoy these types of videos. Truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.